And in that day and age, there were thousands of indigenous children being forced out of their homes into these residential schools to have the Indian taken out of the child, so to speak. But these schools were rampant with psychological abuse, spiritual abuse, sexual abuse, physical abuse. It was rampant. They were very inhospitable places to live. And so my dad ended up running away from residential school a lot, but then would always get brought back and be made an example of. But he continued to run because he wasn't going to settle for that. But by the time he got out of residential school, the damage had been done. And for a large part of Canada, it was a shadow. The residential schools never really came into awareness of people until like 2020. People started seeing this. This is where, in the very first Truth and Reconciliation national holiday is just a few years old now, because this was all sort of in the shadow of Canada. And so when people, and I'm talking about home, right? But when people see someone that's struggling and they make an assumption of, well, why doesn't that person just get their thing together? The person that's making that judgment is having a manifestation of some type of shadow